What's up, guys? It's Omega Liar, and I'm gonna bring you a gameplay here on Jungle using the HK red dot. And there was a host migration that happened in the beginning, and I actually ended up missing out. And really, all that happens is I get 3 kills and 1 death. So you didn't really miss much there, but I got a pretty high scoring game here for you using a gun that you really won't see often. And I thought this was sort of an interesting gameplay, but as I said in my last commentary, if you watched it, then I'm going to be talking about basically what happened with my little surgery type thing where they were removing my warts, and which are on my feet, just to clarify. So I got there. I had to wake up really early, as you see me beasting here, just nice little kill streak. I had to wake up really early, and I got to the doctor's office at 7:30. And that just sort of is what it is, and I get into the room and whatever, and then I said last time how they were going to be putting me on anesthetics, and I really had no idea what those was going in there. I thought it was like some sort of pill that you take and then your whole body gets numb and you don't feel anything, or you fall asleep or something. But I was pretty far off. First thing she says is that the hardest part is putting in the anesthetics, and I was sort of sitting there like, what? Wait, but I thought... And she takes out this giant needle, and she takes out this spray, and she's like, alright, I'm just going to have to inject this. And I was sitting there, I was sort of like, what? And I've never really had a huge problem with needles, but I sort of shriveled up a little bit to the fact that she was going to be stabbing my foot. So, by the way, I only get like 2 kills with the Fed Mouse. So she starts with my big toe, which has the biggest problem. And she just sprays it down with this cold stuff, which is like extremely cold, and it's really uncomfortable. And then she stabs my foot, and she injects me with it, and it gives me this insane burning sensation, and it's awful, and I hated it. But I get through it, no big deal. Well, a half decent big deal. But after that, she injects a little bit onto the other 2 feet, and she pulls out this laser. And I really had no idea how much it was going to hurt. I'm sitting here right now just a few hours after the procedure, and my foot, it's just on fire. So she takes out this laser, and she gives me these like glasses and whatever, and she sort of flashes the laser 4 times on the big one and then 2 times on the other ones. And when she gets to my small toes, because I have 2 on my smaller toes, she flashes it, and my foot twitches, and I felt this like weird, because it wasn't quite painful, but I was like sort of aware, even though I couldn't really feel anything, that something was happening, and it was really weird, and I sort of got scared that the next one was going to hurt even more, and basically this whole time I started just trembling in fear, just hoping that the next flash from this laser wasn't going to hurt, because this laser is really powerful, and it was weird. Sort of an experience that not a lot of people know, but if you have it, if you've ever had something like this, you'll know what I'm talking about. And this next kill is really fun. I love that, spraying through the leaves. But so after I get the surgery, my mom has finally come because it's sort of early, and she just wanted to make sure I'd be okay. And so I take off the glasses, I get my regular glasses back, and I look back, and my toe looks pretty much the same, but I touch it, and I literally can feel absolutely nothing. It feels like there's nothing there, and it's the most... Similarly to the roller coaster, words are hard to describe how you feel when you're in the moment. I was sort of just touching it, and I could feel nothing, and I don't know, it was the weirdest thing in the world. Like, it feels like that part of my body had just died, and there was nothing I could do about it. So it was interesting, but it's an experience that is probably good to have. So one, I know it's coming next time when they stab my foot. So but now I can say that I've been stabbed in the foot, and I have a couple of things to tell, or a good story to tell for other people that aren't you. And it was just an interesting experience, and I thought I would just share it with you guys. But I guess we can go back to the gameplay real quick. I am camping a little bit in this gameplay, not gonna lie, but if you use an LMG and you're running around, you're really not doing it right, unless you're using a stoner and steady aim or sleight of hand or something. Because LMGs are made for long range, And if you didn't already know, the HK is the best LMG at range out of all of them because it has a pretty decent fire rate, and it has the fastest. It has the what's it called? The fastest like drawback speed. So when you fire, the recoil sets much faster than any of the other of the LMGs. And its closest competitor would be the Stoner, which has a much faster fire rate but more recoil. And it can compare at long range, but the HK is much better at long range, whereas the Stoner has short range advantage. And then you have the RPK, which is the same exact thing as the HK with 10 extra bullets and added recoil, although it has better sights. And that was a fail spray, by the way. And the RPK is really just not worth using. If you're going to use an LMG, use the M60, the HK, or the Stoner, because the RPK is much worse. And then you have the M60, obviously, and that is what it is. But that's the end of the game. We win 200 to 66. We have him triple capped a lot of the time. I get a nice score of 37 and 5. I get 1 capture and 0 defense. But there's only so much you can do with an LMG in this game, and you really can't run around, so you're sort of limited. But if you liked it, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you in my next commentary or my next video that comes out soon, because I'm doing a mini edit right now.